Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you've seen my last two videos as I'm now actually trying to get back into doing these weekly, which is quite exciting. I've got a little bit more time now than I used to. For the past 3 years I've been working in the motor trade and literally don't have a chance to do anything. So now I've got a bit more time, I'm getting back into filming all these videos. So today's video I'm going to show you how to curl mid-length hair with a wand. The wand I love to use just to get the sort of big sort of like wave curls, and I normally leave just the ends, but you'll see how I do it as I go through. And this is a Babyliss Pro and I got this from Capital. So I've recently just had, well, I had 4 inches of my hair cut off a month ago. So when you've had really long hair and then go to quite a bit shorter for yourself, it's quite difficult to kind of like find new styles and things like that to do. So my first time I curled my hair was with this wand and I just love the look, and it's kind of made me hooked on mid-length hair now. So it's already grown quite a bit. I mean, it was a month ago and this is how much my roots have grown already. So my hair does grow fast. It's probably about just under an inch maybe either side that's grown already. So I'm going to get straight into the video and I hope you enjoy it. So, what I always do, I've got quite thick hair, so my hair itself is really thick, but I've got lots of really fine pieces of hair, so even like separating it just underneath, there's still a fair bit. So you can section as much as you need to. Some people might not need to section anything at all, so what I'm going to do is just separate that with a clip at the top, and then what I do is half it at the back, so split down the middle and bring it all forward. So I always brush my hair throughout the process, so you avoid any sort of knots and it's easier to kind of glide everything through. So I'm going to take different sections basically. Whenever I'm doing any curls I always curl away from my face, so they're not like right up in my face already. So then what you do is I wrap all the way along, and then you want to leave like probably about an inch or so at the back. If you can do a bit more then that's fine as well, and then just keep holding it on. I'll probably leave it for about 30 to 40 seconds just because my hair it's quite soft in general, so normally curls just drop out very, very quick. So if you want to leave it on a little bit longer, just make sure you've got heat protected on before you do anything, and then let go. So then that'll give you the curl. As I go through the process you'll see why I leave a little bit straight at the end, and you'll see how I get on. Make sure when you are separating it you don't sort of get any straight bits in this section. So it always does look a bit strange when you start, but when you actually get all the different layers in, it really makes a difference. Be careful you don't burn your fingers. Or your hand. Stupid. Don't worry if they're not like perfect straight away, because you can always like go back over sections a bit later once you've brushed it all together. Okay, so that's like one side done. While it's still hot you just want to leave it completely, so you just want to let the curls cool. This way if you start like moving them now it will drop out quicker, so you just want to leave them completely. I'm just going to do the other side now. Same process again, but this time you hold the wand in the other hand and curl backwards again. On the longer bits you can probably go about 2.5, well, go around twice, and then obviously the end bit then hangs out. When I get nearer the back and haven't got as much movement, I probably only go around about once and then have about an inch at the end. So it just depends on how long your hair is and how you do it. Sometimes I do like a smaller section than this, so I'd actually half the hair again, and do just underneath, but I don't want as many curls today. But it depends on what I'm up to. First time I tried this, I did it in about 4 different sections, whereas today I'll probably do about 2 or 3 maximum. Show you closer up. So like, it just wraps round. I try and keep them flat to the barrel as well, so when you do twist over, you sometimes need to like twist your fingers so they go flat again. So it just takes a bit of practice to get them the right way, so they're not obviously in a little twizzle as you go around. Everyone curls their hair obviously slightly different anyway, but this is just I really like this look. It's quite a modern look at the moment where you like leave the ends straight. But I do also curl my hair with straighteners if I want them completely curled all the way to the ends. They actually last a really long time when I curl with straighteners, actually sometimes more than this, so depends really for quickness. If I really want to curl my hair quickly, then I'll use straighteners. If I've got a bit more time on my hands, then I'll do it this way. When I get, this is the bit that I always find tricky. So this is where I was saying if you've got less like movement to be able to get all the way around. What I then do is all the curls that I've done towards the front. You can also do it back to front. So depending on how I feel, sometimes I start from the back and work forward. This time I haven't. So just push all the other curls to the back, and then you've got all the straight bits nearer the front. So this will probably do about 2 more sections. So they're doing fairly medium sized sections this time. So that's all of it. Looks crazy, I won't lie. So this is how it all looks when you first do it. This is when you add more, it starts looking better. So I always let this cool first, because again I have quite a lot of hair. I sometimes pull it back, tie it up. You'll see, if you've watched my Get Ready With Me, you'll see when I dry my hair I do the exact same. I basically tie up it in a ponytail at the back, just so it's out the way, and then I don't miss any bits, because I hate it when I've curled all my hair and then I find one long straight bit, which is always a pain. So I much prefer it when it's like this. Once it's all cooled down, I'm just gonna move it all back and then do the next layer. So I'm gonna tie it up this time, just so it's all separated. Just like that at the back. Okay, now I've put my hair back into that section, I'm going to take the clip out and then do the top half. I might just do it all in one, so literally just do 2 sections today. Or I could just keep it like this and do half curly and half like this. So again, brush out your hair. This time, whenever I'm doing the top part, I always start from the back and work my way forward. Hello. looks when you've just finished curling it. What I've done, I've left it for a few minutes just to completely really cool down, so it's not got any heat left at all. So now it's like just normal temperature now. So now what I do is I run my fingers through my hair first just to separate the curls. Sometimes I just leave it like this rather than actually like brushing it with like the kind of fine bristles. I just use my fingers, and I very rarely put hairspray on my hair actually, because the type of hair that I have gets really weighed down by hairspray. So I find that if I do it, then the curls will drop out like in like a couple of hours. Whereas if I do it like this and just leave it, then they stay longer. So see, everyone's slightly different. So if you find that you have to wear hairspray in your hair, then do that as well. Okay, so here is basically how it finishes. So all the curls are now like a wave. Some of them obviously twist back together, so you can just keep separating as you go. What I quite like about these is that around the face they're really nice. So if you ever want to put back things up, the front bit still looks really nice, and they just kind of look really soft. And these usually are really nice like the next day as well, and they're a little bit more dropped out and a bit more natural. But this is basically how I would do it. So I do very little sort of faffing around with back brushing today. So my hair probably will go a bit flatter. If I was not going on a night out, I'd obviously separate it and back brush in between, but I very rarely do that if I'm just wearing it on a normal day out. So that's basically the finished look. The products I used when I dried my hair were the same as what I used in my last video. So I use the Schwarzkopf, probably can't even say that, Got2b Guardian Angel, and it's a 220 heat protection spray. I literally love this, so I use this all the time. And the other product I swear by is Pantene Pro V Repair and Protect. It's a dry oil and it's got a vitamin E in it as well, and it's a leave-in oil, so I just kind of run that through my hair when it's wet. What I tend to do as well when I've done something like this, just to kind of, you've put quite a lot of heat, so I do one little pump, rub your hands together, and then just run them through the curls. And this kind of, if you feel like your hair is getting a little bit damaged from heat, things like that, then it kind of really like softens the curls again, makes them look really healthy. So that's like my go-to curls if I'm gonna, if I've got a bit more time and I can curl with the wand. So I hope you have all enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and so you can see more and more. Obviously don't forget to hit the bell, which is obviously a new feature, and I look forward to filming another one. If you've got any ideas of what else you'd like, oh I can't speak. If you have any ideas of what else you'd like me to film, let me know and I will film some more. Bye!